You can listen to Football for Kids completely ad-free by signing up on Patreon or on Apple Podcast subscription. Hello grown-ups. Are you already starting to think about the summer holidays and how to keep the kids busy? Yeah, I thought you might. Today's podcast is brought to you by Kellogg's Football Camps, a brilliant solution for families looking to keep kids active, having fun and building confidence this summer. With camps for girls and boys aged 5 to 15, Kellogg's are offering over 39,000 free places at sessions hosted by over 70 pro football clubs across the UK. From Colchester to Cardiff, Glasgow to London. It's a great chance for kids to get out, to play football and make new friends over the summer break. To book a free place, just buy a promotional Kellogg's Football Camps pack and scan the QR code to choose a club near you. T's and C's apply, subject to availability.
If you're a small business owner, you'll know just what it's like to be the chief everything officer. HR, payroll, employee benefits. Well, Gusto can do all of that for you. Gusto is online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. It's all in one, remote friendly, and incredibly easy to use. It's quick and simple to switch to Gusto. Just transfer your existing data to get up and running fast. Try Gusto today at gusto.com/lockedonsoccer and get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's gusto.com/lockedonsoccer.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. On Kalshi, you can trade every match from the opening stage all the way to the final. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code CUP26 to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
Hello and welcome to the Football for Kids podcast with me, Darren Rees, and welcome to the third and final episode in this 3-part Cameo special mini-series. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Kylian Mbappé. Of course, the last time we spoke about Kylian Mbappé, it was a 3-parter on his life and journey from the very start, all the way up until he left PSG. Now, we're going to talk about Kylian Mbappé pretty much from that moment all the way up to the current day. Before we begin, just to let you know, this episode was written just after France beat Sweden 3-0 on the 30th of June to reach the World Cup last 16. So that is exactly where this episode will end. And just a quick reminder that the reason for this mini-series is to let you know that I am on Cameo. So if there is a young listener who wants a birthday message or a special video shout out, a pep talk or anything else alike, just download the Cameo app, give me a search, Darren Rees, Football for Kids, I will appear, and it's as easy to request me on there as it is as scoring in an open goal. Right then, we're back to one of the best on the planet and one of the best to maybe ever do it. Who knows? The future will tell. When Kylian Mbappé joined Real Madrid, people expected fireworks every single week. And to be fair, Mbappé did bring some fireworks. In his first La Liga season, he scored 31 league goals. He won multiple trophies and won the European Golden Shoe. That is not your debut season. That is landing on one of the biggest clubs on the planet, taking one look at pressure and saying, fine, I'll do it my way. Real Madrid did not sweep up every single trophy when he joined. Barcelona beat them to La Liga, Arsenal knocked them out of the Champions League quarter-finals, and suddenly Madrid had a strange problem. Their new superstar was scoring mountains of goals, but the team still had to find the right balance. Mbappé had already scored in the UEFA Super Cup and competitions like the FIFA Intercontinental Cup, so nobody could really say that he wasn't delivering. He was delivering. But football is never just about one player, even when that player runs like Usain Bolt on a full night's sleep. And at the end of the season, Carlo Ancelotti, the most successful manager in Real Madrid history, left the club after winning 15 trophies across his time there. Mbappé had scored, the headlines had exploded, but Real Madrid still had to solve the puzzle around them. They weren't used to not lifting up the silverware like, well, they weren't. After Carlo Ancelotti left, Xabi Alonso arrived in May 2025 with a huge reputation. He'd been a brilliant midfielder, a Real Madrid legend, and a manager who had done incredible things with Bayer Leverkusen. His job? Find a way to make all those attacking stars fit together. Kylian Mbappé, Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo. That's a ridiculous amount of talent. When you just listen to the names I just mentioned, how on earth were they not winning? It was like trying to fit 4 rockets into one garage. That seemed to be the problem. But football is not a sticker album, and nor is it a garage. You cannot just collect stars and expect everything to work perfectly. And by January 2026, Alonso's time was, well, over, gone, dusted. He was out the door. Real Madrid announced he had left by mutual agreement, and a new coach came in. For Mbappé, that meant another change, another coach, another system, another set of questions to answer. But his mission would stay the same. Score goals, carry pressure, and lead the line in the way that he did at PSG. Keep running at defenders and make sure that they hated their job. Real Madrid was still searching for balance, but Mbappé, he remained the thunderbolt at the front of it all. And still, through all the Real Madrid noise, the manager changes, the pressure, the questions and the tactical puzzles, Kylian Mbappé kept doing the one thing he does better than almost anyone: scoring goals. In the 2025-26 La Liga season, he won the Pichichi Trophy. He finished as Spain's top scorer with 25 goals in 31 matches. Not bad, eh? In the Champions League, he went even bigger, finishing the competition's top scorer with 15 goals. There was a 4-goal storm away at Olympiacos, where Mbappé did not just score, he took the match by the scruff of its neck and shook it awake. But even then, football can most definitely be cruel. Real Madrid were knocked out by Bayern Munich in a wild quarter-final, losing 6-4 on aggregate. And that is the strange thing about Real Madrid's story so far. The goals were there, the records were there, the magic was there, but the biggest trophies did not seem to follow. For most players, that would be a dream season. For Mbappé, it felt like a challenge. Because when you're Mbappé, you really want to win those trophies. The goals are important, but the trophies is what you're scoring the goals for. And then came one of football's strangest twists. While Kylian Mbappé was chasing Champions League glory with Real Madrid, his old club, PSG, finally won it without him. On May 31st, 2025, PSG beat Inter Milan 5-0. It was their first ever Champions League title and the biggest winning margin in a final. Now, that does not make Mbappé any less brilliant, let's not get it twisted, not even slightly. But it did add a bit of a strange shadow when it came to Madrid's current story. Because while Mbappé kept scoring mountains of goals, football reminded everyone of something important. One superstar can light up the sky, but to win the biggest trophies, the whole team has to burn together. Away from Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappé still had another kingdom to lead, his country of France. In June 2025 at the UEFA Nations League, France faced Germany in Stuttgart for 3rd place, and Mbappé, well, he delivered. Just before half-time, he controlled the ball, fixed it home and scored his 50th goal for France. Unbelievable. Only Thierry Henry and Olivier Giroud had reached that mark before him. Then, late on, Kylian Mbappé turned creator, setting up his teammate to seal a 2-0 win. Goal, assist and a milestone. Not a bad game or tournament for the French legend to be. But not every chapter of Kylian Mbappe's France story has been easy. At the Euro 2024 tournament, he broke his nose. He wore a protective mask and never quite looked like the free-flying Mbappé that we all know. Then Spain beat France in the semi-final, and the rivalry followed him into 2026. Lamine Yamal, Spain's brilliant young winger, later made it clear that he did not see France as a better side than Spain. I mean, of course he's going to say that. You gotta have confidence when you're playing football. But you could say it set a bit of a rivalry up between him and Mbappé. And hey, maybe we need to do a Lamine Yamal versus Kylian Mbappé episode. What do you think? Just a reminder, this story is being recorded just after France have beaten Sweden 3-0 to reach the last 16 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And wow, Kylian Mbappé so far is not just playing in this tournament, he is attacking it. France were in Group I with Senegal, Iraq and Norway, and Mbappé has been everywhere. Against Senegal, he scored twice and helped France win 3-1. And became France's all-time leading goalscorer, moving past his old teammate Olivier Giroud. Against Iraq, after a huge weather delay, he scored another 2 as France won 3-0. Then against Norway, France went 4-1 with Ousmane Dembélé stealing the show and Mbappé helped create chances. But then came a game against Sweden, the knockouts, the big stage, the moments which really matter. At the New York, New Jersey stadium, Mbappé scored once before half-time. Bradley Barcola, who I've done an episode on, added another. And then Mbappé struck again after a lovely pass and he pushed France into the final 16. Mbappé on fire and every defender left wondering the same thing. How on earth do you stop him? So as we finish this chapter on Kylian Mbappé, remember this. He was not born wearing the France shirt. He was not born under the lights of Real Madrid. He was a boy from Bondy, just outside of Paris, with a ball, a dream, and a fire inside him which he refused to let out. And look where that fire has taken him. World Cup glory, record-breaking goals, nights where stadiums shake, moments where defenders know what is coming, they just don't know how to stop it. But even Mbappé has hard days. He has pressure, pain and defeats, big questions and heavy expectations. And still, he runs, he believes, he gets back up and he goes again. So to every young footballer listening, whether you are playing on grass, concrete, mud or with jumpers for goalposts, remember this. The dream is not silly. The dream is never too big. But it will ask something of you. Work hard, listen, learn, be brave, be kind and keep going when things get tough, because they will. And hey, maybe one day that little kid kicking a ball after school could become the player walking out for their country. And maybe, just maybe, that kid could be you. So remember, if you know someone who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about the Football for Kids podcast. And whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly or pitch side, I hope that you enjoy the game. See you next time. Oh, and a final reminder. If you know somebody who's got a birthday coming up soon, or somebody who might want a special cameo message from me, Darren Rees, at the Football for Kids podcast, ask your adults to search Darren Rees Football for Kids on the Cameo app today.